Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This will be a second attempt at doing a video on the Captain Marvel figure from Hot Toys that was recently released in Hong Kong. First video I did yesterday wasn't sitting too well with me after I uploaded. Like when I do a live stream and it doesn't go particularly well, and I just think, yeah, I don't really want that on the channel permanently. So I'm going to try it again. Now, there is the Brie Larson head sculpt. They got the expression just right. The hair is sculpted rather than rooted fake hair, and I think that will please most collectors. It's a good looking head sculpt, as in, you know, detail and accuracy, that kind of thing. The jacket is probably synthetic leather, and I'd watch out for that over time. Most of my Hot Toys synthetic leather clothing is starting to perish subtly over time, but it is happening. You get a cat, lots of hands, all the fire effects, a nice looking base, a decent second head sculpt with a mohawk and the light up eyes, which I do like the look of that one, and the box is pretty nice looking too. Overall, a nice looking set, you know, a lot of cool stuff here. The colors of the suit is very nice. I do like the colors, but I would worry about this suit over time. It does remind me of the Iron Spider kind of material. It looks similar to that and a few other figures that have come out. And I just, as the years roll by, I would be concerned about this particular kind of material. It does seem quite forgiving, like her arms are bent here at the elbow quite extreme, and once you straighten them back out again, it will kind of heal itself. But over the years, like say after 5-6 years with the piece, I'm not too sure how it will do that. I mean, I just imagine that it would kind of dry out a bit and get a little bit more susceptible to kind of crumbling and stuff. It could all be speculation. I mean, it could never happen. It might be fine forever, but I doubt it, given my experience in the 13 years of collecting Hot Toys figures. You know, any kind of synthetic leather, or, you know, after a while, I mean, I live in England, so it's never too hot, it's never extremely cold, it's kind of just all right temperature wise, but yeah, I'd be wary. There's the cat, nice detail on that, reminds me a little bit of Jonesy from Alien, so a little bit different. The proportions on the body, I'm noticing the ends of her hair as it falls onto her shoulders there, that's nicely detailed, I like that. But there's not too much else for me to say about the piece, guys. I'll let some music play and you can enjoy the rest of the images, but yeah, I'll keep my personal feelings about, you know, this movie and some of the aspects of it, I'll keep that out of this video and try and keep it just professional and talk about the figure rather than the person and the movie and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a nice looking figure, and I'm sure many people are going to be happy that it's out, and it does look good, you know. I mean, if you're into Captain Marvel, which I never read any comics with Captain Marvel back when I was a little kid. It was always just, you know, Spider-Man and a lot of Batman and Incredible Hulk, and I mean, I never even looked at Iron Man comics back when I was a kid. It was only, and I'm sure a lot of people were the same way, you know, it wasn't until Robert Downey Jr. took on the role of Iron Man back in, was it 2008, that a lot of people sort of, you know, everyone was aware of Iron Man. We all knew that he was out there as a character, but no one that I knew gave a hoot about Iron Man until those movies happened, and then it was, you know, it just blew up. So the same thing with Captain Marvel. I'm not familiar with the character really, so this movie was my first taste of Captain Marvel, if you want to say. And I do like that picture there, though. With that head sculpt, I do like the way that looks. I have to say, I think that looks pretty badass. I think with this head sculpt and the mohawk, anything with a mohawk, especially with glowing eyes, yeah, it looks pretty damn decent, I gotta say. That looks good. Alright, well, I'm gonna let the music play, but this doesn't interest me. But I, you know, like I said, the mohawk look, I am liking it. So yeah, I guess there is a tiny little bit of me that likes the way this figure looks, especially with that head sculpt. That looks good. Alright guys. Ooh, and I do like this picture as well. That was very well done. That's a nice pic. And you can see again the sculpt of the hair as it rests on the shoulders. It's very realistically done there, and yeah, really nice job with the sculpting of the hair. Now this picture confuses me. Is that just, obviously you don't get to buy that suit, right? That's just what crazy Photoshop color changes and stuff. I don't know. I remember that bit in the movie and all the different color variations that she was able to do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just one of the bloggers having fun with Photoshop. I don't know. All right, yeah. How are we doing? 5 minutes. I could talk for the rest of the video, but I don't know what I'd say. I guess I'll just talk. I could just respond or react to the pictures as they come up on the screen. So yeah, lots of Photoshop skullduggery going on here with all the, you know, the effects around her body. I'm just looking at the knees there. Alright, so she's got like a kind of armor plating on the top of the knee. So I didn't notice that before. I wonder what the articulation is like in her ankles. Does she have the separation where the kind of, it's meant to be one piece, kind of like a boot, but for the figure they've actually done it more like a shoe, and then the rest of the boot is a separate piece to allow for pivot and stuff like that. Pivot. Yeah, channeling my inner Ross. Yeah, so the wrinkle at her thigh as it joins onto the torso, not too bad. It looks like the material's quite thin from there. If you look at where her leg joins onto her body, those wrinkles give me the impression that this suit is quite a thin material. Again, that's not too great for extreme poses and as the years roll by with the figure. But I do like the look of the suit, man. I do like the details, the lines, the colors. It's a really nice choice of reds, blues, and golds. With some very subtle kind of black kind of lines. Oh, there's Stan Lee. Man, I wonder how much that figure's going for these days. Hey, look at the Smashing Pumpkins poster. What else? What other posters we got? Is that Leonard Cohen or something? Oh, and another Smashing Pumpkins poster. 2 Smashing Pumpkins posters. Right, let me see the articulation in these ankles. Yeah, that leather jacket. I mean, why not just make that real leather? If it is, it might be real leather. It probably isn't, though. I mean, with the DX figures, I remember the DX10 Arnold Schwarzenegger figure, they did make that real leather, and that was pretty damn good and would stand the test of time. But most cases, they do go with the synthetic fake leather. What about Indiana Jones, the DX? Was that real leather? I never really saw that figure in person. But yeah, so it looks like the mohawk lights up and the eyes light up, so you're just basically like an Iron Man figure, I guess. I do like that head sculpt, though. That completely changes the whole vibe of the piece to me. And these effects with the, they are nice effects that you can join onto the hands there. It looks pretty cool. So you can see that the shoulder armor and the suit seem to be kind of like a separate piece. Maybe that's just glued on, so you got to be careful with that. Sometimes I've seen, stuff lifting off the suit and you have to re-glue it yourself, because Hot Toys have a bit of a thing where they don't really use the best glue for stuff. I've had that a lot in the past. So we're coming to the end of the video. I didn't think I was going to be able to talk through the whole thing. I thought I'd run out of things to say, and I think this is actually the last picture here, guys. So yeah, there's my thoughts on the figure. And there's a separation between the chest, and you can see that. Yeah, that's weird. Man, maybe I'll get it in person one day just to review. Be interesting. So look out for that. Possibly in the future, we'll see. All right, that's it. I'm out. Take it easy. Bye-bye.